So, good afternoon, everybody. My so, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ashish Joshi, and I'm contesting for the post of Alumni and External Relations Secretary. I have been a member of AERC, basically one member of AERC, and essentially what I have realized in my tenure is that there's a lot of buzz and enthusiasm that the student community, the alumni, and even the other institutes that essentially we interact with have in terms of reaching out to us in terms of all the activities that we can conduct. But for some reason, essentially, we've not been able to make the most of it. So that's exactly where my vision with AERC lies. So my idea is to sort of create a AERC as a seamless medium or a seamless platform via which student community from IIM Ahmedabad can effectively communicate and interact with our alumni as well as other institutes as well. There are a lot of amazing things that we do, but the idea is to strengthen them and introduce take some new initiatives via which we can more effectively do all those, make the most of the buzz that's surrounding all the three major stakeholders that we have. So here are some of the roles and responsibilities that I have. So first of all, since it's a elected SAG position, so as a SAG member, I'll be responsible for assisting in the SAG to make policies which would be related to academics, sports, and various other student-related issues that are there on campus. And then essentially, the idea is that there are a lot of issues that the students face. There are a lot of things that the faculties and the other stakeholders want to communicate with the students. So essentially to be an effective sort of representation of the either of the stakeholders to the other party. So that is one of the ideas. So to address and resolve all the student issues and just to provide the certain general level of assistance to the students and the body in general. Next part is essentially related to the clubs that we have on IIM Ahmedabad. So we have over 50 clubs that we have on campus. And it's probably these clubs sort of are the backbone of the culture that we have here in Ahmedabad. So a lot of interaction of PGP ones with PGP twos for the students in general. A lot of learning that happens via these clubs. So it's extremely critical that these clubs function in a manner that sort of gives back to the community, the community the most. So for that, ensuring that the election of all the club coordinates is fair and the right kind of candidate to deserve to hold the positions or to get elected. Then essentially in terms of the activities that the clubs carry on, so there has to be a termly review, a fairly review system has to be put in place, is already in there. So that has to be carried out so that we ensure that all the clubs are essentially performing whatever the rules that they have promised via their manifests, etc. And then essentially we have a constitution in SAC. So to review that constitution, to make any changes to sort of make things better for the batch or and the coming batches in general. So these are some of the responsibilities as SAC member. Then as Alumni and External Relations Secretary, the core idea is essentially to enhance student interaction with the alumni and not just the alumni, in fact with the other institutes and other stakeholders as well. So as a part of that, there are a few things, few amazing things that AERC already does. So some of them are that we initiated an IMA diagnosis card for the alumni. So this is something that's currently in the pipeline. So to essentially coordinate with the alumni office and some vendor to get the best possible deal for this so that it can be beneficial for the entire community in general. So a card essentially is something that's in your pocket, but that sort of connects you or reminds you of your institute all the times. The next is shadow analysis. So this is one of the most interesting things that AERC does. So the idea is that the students can essentially shadow an alumni in their professional environment for a day or a week. The idea to strengthen this particular program is by essentially seeking points in the exchange rankings that we can sort of give an added layer of initiative to the students to sort of participate in this program. Similar thing can be said for the mentorship program. Uh, uh, the issue that the students and the alumni face in this is essentially the ice-breaking aspect of it. So, if in a way we can sort of initiate a conversation, break the ice between them, so there's a lot of potential that the mentorship program has in general as well. Moving on, in terms of our relations with other institutes that's there, so one of the critical things, one of the most sort of effective things that we can do is essentially by improving our interaction with other ailing institutes that we have in Ahmedabad and Gujarat. So, how do I propose to do this is that first of all, we need to reinvigorate the online platforms, the website and social media handles that the ailing institutes have, so that we as students, the other students of other institutes as well, so we get to know what are all the events that are happening and what are all the activities that are happening in each other's institutes and participate and sort of enhance participation across the institutes. Further, we can sort of leverage the knowledge that they have on the knowledge sessions, knowledge that we have via certain knowledge transfer sessions. The next is Synchrony. We have overall 18 alumni chapters that we have. To coordinate with all these chapters to seamlessly conduct Synchrony in all the major cities in the country and sort of try and initiate Synchronies in chapters that are outside India as well. Another critical thing that we can do here is essentially raise sponsorship for Synchrony from respective alumni chapters so that it can be free of cost for at least the incoming PGP ones and making it more affordable and enriching experience for them. The next thing is the alumni portal. So we have an alumni portal on which the alumni can register and sort of reach out to the network and across all the batches. But there is very limited participation from the alumni side on this. So the idea is to reach out to them, to communicate to them the benefits of the portal and sort of get them to actively engage on that. So that is one of the things that we do. Another thing is the ARC media. So we have a lot of social media channels. We have two magazines. We also have a blog. So there are a lot of channels that are there via which alumni can effectively communicate amongst themselves. Institute can communicate with them. But the idea is that all these forums are very formal and it's very difficult from the alumni's perspective to get their content easily on them. So my idea is to make them slightly informal, maybe an Instagram page which is on the lines of citizens of New York, maybe on that lines, essentially we can have something like alumni of IIM Ahmedabad, something like that which is very easily approachable and very informal so that the alumni feel more inclusive in overall activities that are carried out by them and in the institute. So these are certain new initiatives that essentially I'm very excited towards bringing from this particular program. So there's something very interesting that IIM Bangalore does. That is this Back to Business School program, where they essentially have a learning program for their alumni who've been in the industry for 10 to 15 years. So essentially, they get to come back to campus and attend lectures on certain relevant skills which their particular industry or in general are essential going forward in the career. So what it does is it gives them an opportunity to learn new things, come back onto campus and relive the experience of IIM Ahmedabad. And then essentially meet and network with people who have a similar sort of alignment in their career. So this is something that we can do. And to make it more interesting, what we can do is we can sort of collaborate with the clubs of our of the cultural clubs of our institute, like music, dance, etc. And by that, essentially, sort of increase, sort of give an opportunity to our students via cultural events to interact with the people who are coming back on campus. The next thing that I feel that that can be done is that we can, since alumni, since AERC sort of interacts with the alumni and the external stakeholders that are associated with the institute. So finding, sort of giving them the benefit of the alumni network who finds off-campus internships and winter internships in special. So we do, while we do, will operate within the rules and regulations that are set by BASECOM and faculty and other administrative bodies. But at least in terms of helping people find the right contact to sort of get the right opportunity for them is something definitely where AERC can help them. The next thing that I feel is extremely important is that we need to have an alumni database which is very easily accessible for the students and the alumni. So probably something like this can be initiated from club level where all the alumni of various clubs can be reached out to, and essentially a database can be put together. Even if you're not able to effectively reach out to many of the pass outs, what we can do is we can initiate something from the current batch so that we going forward would have a substantial database for the coming batches to easily reach out to people. Then the next thing that I feel that can be done is essentially to initiate a membership program for the library, IMA library for our alumni. So I have had this experience myself where I have where people have sort of tried to reach out for help in terms of information. Even our alumni have tried to senior pass outs of our institute have tried to reach out to get help regarding certain data. So if we can have an official platform by which they can access it, even if they have to pay a little bit token amount for that, that is something that can be really effective and that can create a lot of impact for the entire community in general. The next aspect is essentially to engage with other premier institutes of the country to increase collaboration and cross-campus participation in various events. So something on the lines of Pan IIT, etc., which is there. So something like that, a portal or a platform or a community that can be built, which can effectively increase the cross-campus participation. The next point is essentially to collate the internship experience of the entire batch, for which can be used for the reference by the juniors. Then we have another event that was in the pipeline, which was alumni cultural meet this year. So due to less amount of participation from the alumni, we were not able to sort of materialize it. But the idea is to strengthen this idea and to sort of engage more alumni to sort of come and participate in a cultural event, which would be for 2 to 3 days in coordination with all the clubs of Ahmedabad. This essentially is my sort of focus, like division of focus essentially that's going to be there across all the initiatives that we've discussed right now. And now why you should vote for me? So I have been a member of AERC, so I have acquired some valuable learnings by being a part of that club, by organizing events, etc. I'm also an active member of Equal Voice and Public Policy, so I have good level of interaction and reach amongst in our batch. I believe that I have the right set of skills, right leadership skills, right mindset to sort of be a representative towards the administration and the alumni. Prior to joining IIM Ahmedabad, while I was in IIT Roorkee, I have held various similar positions of responsibilities where I have interacted with external entities for Technical Festival of IIT Roorkee and the motorsports team that we had which participated in PAR at IIT Roorkee. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, Ashish. Okay. Starting off, your responsibilities as a SNACS member. Can you go back to that slide? Yeah, the club card selection. Ensure fair selection. How will you ensure fair selection? There will be 9 of you from various sections. What are the parameters you'll be looking at? Say, for instance, if you have to select a niche chord or a beta chord, what exactly will you be looking for?
So essentially, it's not about remembering that yes, this is the right guy. You get a sense of what's your sort of image in the batch.
What if the person, the applicant now has not been a part of the club?
Again, so in that case, definitely we'll have to look at that particular applicant from a different lens. So then essentially the credential in terms of their leadership abilities, what they have done in the past, have they headed something, a similar body in the past, something like that has to be taken into account. And then do they have the knowledge of that particular domain? For example, for niche, essentially, you ideally want someone who understands what marketing is. When you talk about consult club, someone who understands what consulting as an industry is. Now, if they do not belong to the club, then definitely those are the criteria.
And does it matter where they intern?
That I think that plays a role because once they go into where they work essentially would give them.
I mean, the selection is going to happen before the internship.
Yeah, definitely.
So they will be interning later, but does it matter where they're going to intern?
So, where they're going to intern is something that should not play a critical role because, like I said, that experience while you intern is not something that's going to be there from day one itself. The idea is that you understand how the club works, you understand the sector, and obviously going forward, that internship experience is going to help. So, that does play a role that should be considered, but that should not be a hard line that yes, you're not interning in a.
Oh, okay, another situational question for you. Say you're a SAC member, and tomorrow 4 of your batchmates are found with, say, any not conforming to the law of the land in this place, and they are asked to identify them, and they be caught on video. What do you do? You know who they are.
So, as a SAG member, if I am somebody who is not sticking to the rules that are there in place, so like that just sort of nullifies the purpose of the body. So, if I sort of understand who the people are, so who are those people? So, I obviously identify them and sort of then probably work with the administration to sort of give them a warning or whatever is the ideal procedure, try and mediate that. But I wouldn't be someone who will be hiding that, definitely. That's not going to be something that I will do.
Okay. Can you go to the new initiatives?
Yeah.
Yeah, the off-campus summer internships and internship offer, winter internships. Have you spoken to PlaceCom about this?
No, not yet. I haven't.
So you should know, right, that this is not very plausible or feasible unless you get a go-ahead from PlaceCom. You're not supposed to.
So I have interacted with a few PGP tools who've taken up winter internships this term.
Okay.
So what they have communicated to me is that there are not enough students who sort of reach out to the right people. The alumni are interested in giving offers to the people. So just the idea is that we operate within the boundaries that are set by PlaceCom and other administrative bodies, and just make sure that if someone wants a particular opportunity in a particular industry, so we just help them connect to the right people in that industry.
So how do we ensure fairness then?
So the idea is that let's say we have we maintain a list of people who can help, right? And then we reach out to
So do we give it to the whole batch, that list?
Giving the list to the whole batch is not something I would recommend. The idea is that if someone reaches out to AERC via any of the platforms, then definitely we can what we can do is sort of send a notification out that maybe we have a list of these particular people in these particular sectors, and then if you want an access to that, then
So
you can
won't
reach out.
AERC kind of be playing the PlaceCom role, and is it under the mandate of AERC to play that role?
So the idea, it's definitely not in the mandate of AERC to play that role, and we operate within the boundaries set by PlaceCom. The only idea is to connect the people to the right sort of alumni.
Can you move to the next page? Alumni database, you said readily accessible for students and alumni. Why do you think it's still not accessible to students?
So the database that we currently have is with the alumni office. So that is something that students cannot readily access without a justified cause. So the idea is that for certain events, especially from club levels, so you can reach out to your seniors for help regarding certain events.
But why do you think the database is currently not accessible to students?
So the idea is to make sure that we are not spamming them. So that is sort of to regulate that the students are not sort of overburdening the alumni with their requests.
Correct. So you understand, right? The alumni database is one of the most prized assets in the country as a database. Hence, it cannot be made available to everybody or anybody, be it students. Like to give you a better perspective, even the faculty have no access to it unless there is a proper cause. So how do you make it readily accessible? It's very boldly mentioned in your manifesto.
So, like you said, that it's a prized asset. So there has to be checks in place. Totally agree. But the idea is that the students should not really struggle to sort of reach out to people in the alumni network, especially when they are inclined towards helping the student community in general. So that is the core idea behind this.
Okay. The alumni cultural meet, why did it not happen this year?
So there was limited level of participation from the alumni that we got.
Right.
We had close to 60 people who were willing to.
Correct. So what makes you think it could be successful in the following years? What will we do differently?
The idea is to like I said, that's where this reaching out to alumni from a club level could play a big role, right? Essentially, we were trying to collaborate with the clubs of IIM Ahmedabad to sort of come up with events that can be done.
Yeah.
Taking a divergent route from that angle essentially could sort of give more incentive for the alumni to sort of come to the club. Plus, definitely rigorously reaching out to them, follow back mails, reaching out to more number of people via different platforms. I think that is something that can be done. Having said that, building a brand for this meet has to be something that has to be done over the years. So in the first few years, we need to sort of take this initiative to reach out to people, and then slowly and gradually the event will pick up.
Can you go back to your current initiatives? Yeah, shadow and Alan. How will you select which students will shadow the particular Alan?
Okay, essentially, the students would apply for a particular alumni based on their interest, their profiles, etc. There has to be right sort of a match in terms of what the student's profile is, what they want, what their objectives are in terms of what the alumni can offer. And then we have to ensure that the quality of the students that are going up, like at least select the best of
Yeah,
the
but
best.
what will be the selection criteria?
Okay, we can what we can do is sort of have presentations or competitions or something like that, which sort of has a metric, an evaluation of their understanding of that.
Do you know how it was done this year?
Yeah, there were presentations made and there was a competition by which eventually we was selected.
No. There was no presentation, there was no competition. There was an SOP.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There was an SOP that was done. But this year wasn't too much of a hassle because there weren't too many applicants. But going forward, as in the program becomes more and more popular, you'll have a lot of applicants, so you'll have to figure out a mechanism, a robust one for selection. Okay. Yeah, coming to Synchrony. How do you plan to make Synchrony experience better? Which city will you go to? Which city? Ahmedabad.
Oh, sorry, Bangalore.
You went for the Bangalore. Did you speak to people who went to the
I was in
Mumbai?
Bangalore. I couldn't attend the Bangalore security. I was busy with something.
So you've not had an experience with Synchrony, right? Have you spoken to people who went to different Synchronies and what the difference is across cities?
One thing, based on what I spoke to people, I realized was that a lot of people made a lot of friends and network in terms of our batch itself via Synchrony, and that has sort of stayed on. In terms of how it has been different across different cities is something that I'm not exactly aware of. So yeah.
Tell me more about the mentorship program. You said that it's not working really very well as we would have liked it to work. Because there needs to be an icebreaker. So how do you plan to mitigate that gap and get over it?
Okay. So in the current format, what exactly happens is that there's a mail sent to the alumni and there's a mail sent to a student, and then essentially where we sort of give them the details and then they have to take forward the communication from there. So I interacted with a couple of PGP2s who've been a part of this program. So they said that the key problem that they face is that sort of reaching out directly to someone who is already in a very senior position in one of the industries, major industries. It's very difficult for them to sort of send that correct first email. So that icebreaker is not something that they've been able to do. So the idea there is that essentially if AERC can sort of initiate or maybe just give the probably have the alumni sort of drop that first mail, which is a very difficult thing to do. But if something like that can be done where the student feels at ease reaching out to that person, so by that essentially the participation can be made.
Last question. What do you bring to the table?
So I believe that I am someone who likes to think rationally, and I am very fair in terms of choosing the right people for the right work. In terms of, I also feel that for leading a team, it's very important to understand quickly the dynamics of it. And I believe that I have that capability in a group to identify who is the right person for the right job. And that is exactly what I feel that a leader should have, the ability to sort of have all the people doing the right kind of thing that they want to do, plus they can do. So a balance of capability and desire in your team is what essentially can maximize the outcome. So that's the
Okay. Thank you, Ashish.
thanks.